Oh well, what's the time, kiddies? It's past the witching hour. Now what that means is he's a good God, he looks like it's him. Lost a bit of hair. Yeah, I better turn that down. I thought, it's half. Oh fuck. It's Saturday night, for fuck's sake. You know, this is just a TV. I will turn it fucking I'm right down to 10. Technically, you see, the police can, if you are disturbing your neighbour, 11 o'clock is what you call like the witching hour. Well, you can hear that, you'll be witness. No, I've just got my telephone TV on, officer. You know, and it's only on 10. Right now, this is quite a mouthful. It's for Ian. And anyone else. This is inspired by you, Ian. You did an incredible post on Facebook. And my heart's really with you, yeah. People are killing themselves because of this recent PIPs. Well, you can call it a campaign or whatever, where people are being refused benefits. Yeah, and I'm at that point, mate. Yeah, I'm struggling like fuck. I can't get a credit card. I may have won a lot, you know what I mean? But one's just got to go on as if one hasn't. And on that note, I've never received any conclusive evidence from Mark Zubecker or anyone from Facebook. I mean, conclusive evidence, which in my mind would just be so I'm not a cunt idiot. The conclusive evidence would be a 2-minute video chat, right? But they appear to either have got that locked bullet tight. Right, we're going into all of that now, really. And it means people cannot video chat with customers. Get it? Which is a load of cunt shit. Because the amount of unnecessary suffering that's caused me. And it could have been resolved with a 2-minute phone call. On Bayside, Mr. Clark, you've been scammed. You know, you haven't won our lottery. And whoever fucking contacts you and says they're Mickey Mouse, cunt brain and the fuckheads or whatever, or say they're Mark Zuckerberg cunt or whatever, are that filth. And that could have easily been done. Right from word go. But I won't go into that now. So I am not, won the lottery, No, I haven't put all my eggs in one shithole. This is connected with my personal campaign to get mobility allowance awarded to me. Oh, I haven't put it on there. Will it come out now? Campaign, demonstrators wanted, wheelchair pushers. Well, certainly for me, right. I will need someone to push a wheelchair. I can hardly walk. That's the whole trip. That's why I am claiming mobility. I've got a major blood clot in my leg. There's no way I can on the streets of winter. Oh no. So, I'm planning ahead and I'm putting out an appeal. I'm preparing for the worst. That the most up-to-date was that my MP, Douglas Ross, has contacted PIPS. The secretary has contacted me and said, they're getting back to us, that's them, in 20 days' time. But moving in the spirit, because where the hell have I shared that? Anyway, I'm sharing that my, it's a response, it's a text response, actually, to your thing. Yeah, so you'll see that. And I'm sharing how it took me 2.5 years to get my DLA. So I'm already entrenched in. Oh, they put up a fight, these cunts. They're not going to admit that they're a bunch of cunt idiots and a lot of them should be sacked. Oh, no. And the only way they can maintain that is to waste public money Oh, they've got all the lawyers, they've got all the cunts in hell, but they haven't met this fuck pig cunt who's as psychic as fuck. They probably don't know what that means. You're like this, Ian. I can go to someone, and I'm ordained as this, so I'm not crazy. One of my spiritual gifts from the Jesus Fellowship Church, which is an Orthodox Baptist church, or I share that because there's a big Baptist union in Scotland, and there's a big, well, not so big. I'm also a recognised spiritualist church member. Bit low on the thing here. I think there's one in. I've been a couple of times on the way to Nairn, but it used to be held in the little church. The spiritualist isn't such a big thing here, but there is a national spiritualist movement, and I'm a member of that. My dad used to go to the Arthur Findlay College, which is recognised all over the world as the leading place. I better turn that music down, it's a shame. The leading place to go if you're into psychic development and sussing all that out. And my dad worked with one of the world famous accredited mediums. He acted as his inspector. So that meant that when this guy, Higgins, there you go, went on stage to give a public demonstration, my dad was picked because of his integrity, that he examined him, touched him down, searched everything, and, fucking did all this. And he was what you could fucking hell, I'm just going the flow, mate. He was renowned, or he might have passed the world's leading ectoplasm medium. Now, what this meant, you don't see this often, that there is a material, ectoplasm, and the medium generally is actually strapped into a chair. That's just the way it was, to cut out and eliminate, imposters. And the ectoplasm, they had to dim the lights, so that was a necessary condition. And the ectoplasm would sort of stream out for his third eye. And it's like a white sheet, but it isn't. But that's what it looks like. And then spiritual entities or people that are no longer in a physical form would manifest through this ectoplasm. And it could be photographed. And my father was there, standing, I believe, to the side. And it's a Native American Indian chief. Now, this has brought a lot of ridicule, but that's just the way it is. These people were very much open to psychic phenomena. And because of their faith, get it? Although you totally understand that life doesn't end with the end of the physical form. Get it? Anyway, that's my father. Also, I've got a well-grounded, if any cunt's grounded for any public campaign, get it, where the media are going to come and ask their fucking sick questions, they haven't met this cunt. Oh, yeah. President Trump's right. One of the worst demons we have is the media. And I've had first-hand experience of them. Northern Scott, a bunch of cunts. Yeah. Moray Firth Radio, a bunch of cunts. Oh, I've tried the media around here. And I've tried the BBC, but they've gone paranoid. Why? You can't speak to a cunt on the BBC. You'll get an answering service. If you'd like to give your name, phone number, fucking dog cat number, whatever, we'll get back to you. And talk about what you want to talk to us about, and we'll get back to you. Typical classic trip. Don't call us, and we won't fucking call you. That's your BBC. That's how I found it here. Maybe because of terrorists, you know what I mean? But it's shit. We pay for these cunts. So your limited access, right, like me, right? I want to go on the BBC to promote and try and start a charity. Now, if that isn't justifiable for free access, although again, whatever, I don't know what is. I did one interview, Leicester, BBC, and the interviewee fucked it up. Yeah, I might as well share that. So he's presented with this complete outline, although it was called the Theatre of Unemployment, but it's the same charity, it's just had a name change. And again, all you people that might have looked into it, yes, Margaret Thatcher forwarded the Theatre of Unemployment outline to the charity, which is Black Unicorn. It's had a name change. So those of you suddenly drew a dry trail or something, well, again, that's the spirit playing games of you, because it was forwarded by Margaret Thatcher, and it was called the Theatre of Unemployment. And there's another sideline. It could have just been them being shitty-arsed. I have phoned up myself and say, just to follow up, can you tell me if you received a charity application, or an application become a charity, called the Theatre of Unemployment, and it was submitted by Margaret Thatcher. No, let's just make it easier for them. Oh, sorry, sir, we don't disclose that. Or he didn't say no, but he also didn't say yes. Again, there's your civil service crap. Yeah. I'd still probably like to do that, because it actually goes back. That document's 10 years old, but get it, it's the newer name. The original name was called the Theatre of Unemployment. Doesn't matter, there's a date on it. It's copyrighted 2010. So we get back to the original trip. Yeah, I am getting prepared for a demonstration. And I'm looking for people who'd obviously like, because this isn't just about me. Right, we do that number. If you're someone that has applied for PIP's mobility allowance and you've been refused it, right? And yet we all know we see these couples driving around with their little cars, which have successfully been awarded. But it seems that they're the only motherfucks that do get it. And some of them are as fit as fuck compared to me and some of us. They drive up, do it. There's a good campaign place right outside Elgin Library where these privileged people drive up with their car, with their little badges, and we can film the cunts. Yeah. Get out the car, full of the joys of spring, hop, skip, bound, fucking, I mean it. And us cunts, some of us are hobbling around with fucking sticks. I'm not saying there's many blood clot people, but yeah. And any idiot cunt can see, well, something not quite right here. Get it? And it wouldn't take much, although I suggested this to my MP, yeah. Oh yeah, I sent him a video like this. Not this, but the same ilk. I've covered all this other background information about the word on the street is that the PIPS thing is corrupt, that people are being awarded it, but generally seem to be just married people. Probably the logic behind that is, oh, well, you know, we're helping two people's lives now. Well, that isn't the accent to judge someone's disability or mobility allowance, rights. It's how disabled they are. Oh, it's Tom Waits, I'll leave it. And the other trip is as well, and this can all be proven with a little bit of research. Douglas Ross, sorry. What are the statistics of the people who have successfully been awarded this mobility allowance? What are the medical conditions? You know, I mean, you could have arthritis as an example, but there's arthritis and there's arthritis. Get it? So you can just go along and someone can twiddle your finger and oh, that hurts, rare. Well, it's got fuck all to do with mobility. It's more surely your legs. Yeah, it's mobility. This isn't whether you can prepare a meal and all this shit. That's another aspect. And obviously someone who's physically impaired like that, but it's a different component. Well, it's called care. So if you're really out of it, right, and you can't move your arms, rare, you probably get a higher care component so you can pay for someone to do it, right? But mobility means, well, I would say, yeah, legs. Yeah. That you can't get from A to B. It's a real effort and a struggle. And it's mainly your legs, or it could be a spinal injury, rare. But, repeat, some of the people I've seen at Elgin Library, I would say there's fuck all wrong with them. Well, let me have a bit of rheumatism, get it? Oh, I know, because they whoosh past me. I am very immobilised because of this blood clot. I've got a heart condition, and that means I can't walk up any slope or stairs. It means if there's a slight headwind, I'm sort of, whoa, and if I fall over, I'm fucked. Meaning I cannot get up by my own steam. Imagine a leg just cocks under and it's gone dead. It's like I've just got pins and needles. That's how severe my blood clot is. And I've asked, Murray count, I've had a letter and I've responded. I've asked a salt gritting bin to be put near to me because where I live, that's number 6, the entrance to get to my front door, I've got to go down this wicked slope. It's the only way to go. So it's like a skating slope. So it's not a nice flat pavement, as she pointed out. Well, the pavement past your house is very flat. Where? No. I know, okay, we can have a legal issue over that. You want love? We go to court. Oh, that's no public right of way, and we're not meant to cover that. We fucking well need to change the law then, don't you, bitch? Yeah, because it is a death trap. Yeah, it's a slope. Yes, it's a no public right of way of road, but I can't get to the pavement without negotiating this slope. So I feel I've got a fully justified case that, yes, I do want a salt box. So I can do the work. I can just come to my front gate, hold on to the gate, get access to my salt bin and walk up. I need the hedge cutting back a bit. So I've got a fence and I can just salt grit the edge of my path up to the pavement. And then I'll be as safe as fuck. Yeah. Anyway, that's a sideline. Oh, yeah, I haven't got a lot of time for Murray Council. And I'm not just talking sour grapes. This goes back years. And at the time, I was deeply depressed. Right? My mental condition is manic depression, but actually it's a double-edged sword. Oh, yeah, in case these cunts try to pull that. Well, you're not mentally efficient to drive. I fucking well am. Why? Manic depression is linked with genius. And you don't want to fuck with a cunt who's a potential genius. He can see through your pathetic filth. Yeah, literally, I can see through it. And I've just made myself some incredible medicine that is being acknowledged scientifically. It's purely legal and it's a herb. Guess what? Holy basil tulsi. Now this plant goes back thousands of years, sorry. It's been attributed with being a god in plant form, but that might be a bit much here. So I notch it down. Plants have genius names, right? Genius, yeah. The holy basil tulsi again, this might not mean much, but anyone who's got any intelligence about spirituality, the two geniuses, which means like species, of the holy Basil Tulsi, right, are Krishna and Rama, two well-known Hindu gods. And that's what we're talking about. This medicine goes back thousands of years. In India, people grow the Tulsi plant in front of their house, on hanging baskets as a protection. It's actually a sacred plant and revered as such for thousands of years. And research on that has been amongst many things, but of course probably needs a bit more research. But it's been clearly known as an antidepressant. And any cunt who can see me and who knows me and what I've been through with all this lottery filth and this filth, although it hasn't started yet, is enough to make Cosmic Humour any cunt depressed. It's like a fucking cloud's been lifted off my head and I now see the light at the end of the tunnel. Because I've got two possibilities coming to me. I have won $750,000 in a Facebook lottery with, funny enough, a Toyota Highlander car. But again, that shows I'm not spaced out. I take it with a pinch of salt. And why do you think? Well, there's your proof. I'm following through this. i.e. I'm applying to the government to award me. Oh, God, I can hear you. Sorry. I can't find this out. I'll just turn that to. That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, a lot of difference. Yeah. Well, that's okay. What's the... Yeah, well, what? You know what I mean? If the police are going to fucking come out to me because this cunt next door's complained that I had battalion a bit loud on the sat. Right, but it was distracting me. Right, where were we? Well, I go back to what the channeled title is because that's how I work. And sometimes the channel title can be all I talk about, but other times it can go off everywhere and everywhere on what's called channeling. So I start in the here and now, which is where we are, and it can be as anything as anyone's watched any of my videos, just what is exactly happening to me or what I feel. So it's no pretension, it's no, I'm now going to give a lecture. No. It's just as natural as shit. Literally. Whatever's happening. One I even said, I feel knackered. I think I want to go to bed. Yeah, so that's what I called it. Yeah, of course that wasn't what I talked about. 2 hour channeling on about how I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Nah, but that's how you start. I have that right. Well, that's just not totally shit. I'm just going, you won't see anything, so I've done this many a time. But with diabetes, see, on stand up, you can't see anything there. When you've got to go, you've got to go. And that's why it's very necessary you have something like that. Because I couldn't even probably make it to the toilet, even though it's just, no. Oh, that's it. Yeah. But as long as you've got that, you're okay. Yeah, I can be in my car because I've done that. I used to always carry my urine bottle in my car. It's the same trip. You might be in a car, but you've got to get to a public toilet. You can hardly walk any distance, get it? And then you're going to have an accident. No, so you just be prepared, Boy Scout. And it was, I could just sit here in my car, not quite a Jaguar, look straight ahead of me. So anyone who happens to be walking, shows up, it generally will just avert your eye looking, unless they pull right up to the car, get it, and look over the bloody, they won't see a thing. They'll just see what you're seeing now. Get it? And then what if they did? Imagine that. Oh, this man's urinating there. You know. Well, all right, I'm going on. But no, listen, because again, I see what you see. So as long as I don't there you go see over rush, which I don't, sit down and that's it. I'm going to tone a bit down. Now that's something. Whoa. I'm getting a shooting pain down my right. Better shut up, Ray. No, it's just, right as rain. Sorry about that, Ray. Right. I'm just going to go over the thing. Right. Campaign demonstrators wanted wheelchair pushers. Well, we'll need that. So I'm needing at least one person. We can take it in turns because I won't be able to do a stand-up sort of campaign with a placard with my leg. And I'm going to have to borrow. I'll put that out, friends. And John Barclay, Murray Mental Health, if you know someone that can lend me a wheelchair, to just do this campaign, because I haven't got a wheelchair at the moment. That would be great, John. Pushers, the same thing. People who could just take it in turn. They wouldn't have to push me around all the time. We go at just various places that the police let you. No, I don't think outside the council offices is good, but there are places where people can busk. And then we've got just placards, and we explain to the police. We can even do that. Go to the police before we actually start the campaign, saying we're wanting to start a campaign. We can't use PIP filth, but for expose of the PIP situation, so I'm missing out the filth, that are causing disabled people to commit suicide. Now, this is following up from Ian's brilliant thing. I don't know who put that poster together, but yes, I'm well aware that because of these PIP rules and because people are being denied PIPs, they are committing suicide. Yeah, no, that's not on. Of course it's not on. But we will highlight that, and that will be a high publicity stunt. So if media want to come along and you're prepared to, boy shipping, of course they'll take what they want to print. They won't print this cunt. I think they're a bunch of cunts, which is what I do think. Right, and I think the cunts who fucking made of course they won't get involved, my decision to refuse this thing needs fucking sacking, and the doctor needs fucking, it's a different thing. A doctor gets, it's a word for it. It's not just being sacked, it's stripped. It's a word for it. Yeah, and whoever I don't know what the ilk is of the PIPS team. You have a doctor and then you might have two social workers. Well, they need fucking sacking then. And the doctor's struck off. There you go. And so if you're supportive of this, I'll show you the evidence. That's it. Anyone wishing to take up and support this campaign, I will get the names of the people. That's why I'm using the MP. Yeah. Now, whether he does this is a different matter. I've clearly asked Douglas Ross, NP, to appeal my case. Rare, but I said clearly to him, I'm intending to take legal action myself, or demonstration, then legal action. So I'd like the names of the people that sat on my panel. Now, if they protected themselves, get it? Oh, we can't do that because we're scared, people are going to get cut off like cunt, because they will. Once the penny drops, other people will follow. That's the gist of what I'm saying. I am not alone. Get it? Far from it. I'm well aware of the feelings on the street. Get it? I reckon they all get backhanders, rare. And I reckon I've noticed it's only married couples that seem to get awarded this. So we can instigate various, what would you call it? Various inquiries. So we can put a well-worded thing of all our grapes. Well, we're under the impression that it's not a proportionate number of married people compared to single people that are getting actually awarded. We'd like a list of definitive conditions that can, we can do it the other way around, that can be eligible to get mobility allowance. And we can turn it around and think a list of conditions that are clearly not, because we can campaign about that. Certain conditions that are not considered possible eligible conditions for mobility allowance. Get it? And we can demand who made this up. And we can challenge it. Oh, it was Dr. Fuckbrain Cunt Idiot. Well, we think Dr. Fuckbrain Cunt Idiot needs to be struck off. We go for the juggler. Because that's how we haven't been. We have been walked over and treated like shit. And if nothing can't demonstrate that more powerfully, was the DLA. It was standard practice, and it was a joke, but not really a good one. You think you could go in to apply for DLA and your fucking arm was hanging off and you'd be refused. The process was all first time, and this can be verified, all first-time applications, or a very high percentage of them, were just automatically refused. They were playing on people's low self-esteem. So that meant if you had low self-esteem, which links with depression, I've been there. Oh yeah, you don't think you're entitled to anything. You think you're the shit of the earth. Because that's the attitude that's projected onto disabled or psychiatric disabled people. We're considered, I've had it from the neighbours down here, a lazy fuck pig. Look at his garden, it's all overgrown. I pick up all this, I'm very psychic. And I pick up that this is the sort of things that people are saying about me. And yet I've got a fucking blood clot in my leg. I couldn't do any gardening work. I'd have to pay someone to clear my garden. We've gone on a bit of a tack, but no, I love my garden wild, but I will agree that it's overgrown with ivy. But that's an interesting scenario. I did have a gardener around quite a while back, and he's a gardener, he knows it's sort of, well, actually, Mr. Clark, the root of this ivy comes from your neighbour's garden and yours. So if there was any dispute that went to the council and they would conclude the same conclusion, your neighbour's got to pay half of whatever it costs to clear your garden of ivy. Now that can be reassessed, but that's that. But I haven't got a fucking penny to pay for such work at the moment. We go around a vicious circle. And I need a car because I haven't socialised for years. The local drop-in can confirm this. Morrie Mental Health only meets on a Saturday. I can have a go about that. So psychiatric disabled people in the Morrie area, their facilities are shit. We have, might be different, one drop-in a week for probably 2 hours or something. We don't have someone to come in and cook the food. So there's a cafeteria in the facility. So we take in sandwiches. I think all we can use the electric kettle and make ourselves a hot cup of tea. But generally we just take in biscuits. Now, compared to what the physical disabled people get, they get meals cook them, they can stay all day, they've got to be allocated. But according to the World Health Organization, and this report seems to have not been implemented by Morrie Council, someone with a major psychiatric disorder, i.e. schizophrenia, manic depressive psychosis. Admittedly, we're only 1 in 100. So you can take the population of Moray and quite accurately say, by that number, a 1 in 100 have this major psychiatric condition, rare, and then we can look at, well, what are the facilities being provided for this X number, get it? But then the other trip as well, all statistics, the World Health Organization accredited people with a psychotic condition. It could be manic depression, schizophrenic, schizoaffective disorder, but it's a medical condition, psychotic, psychosis. So you've known to have, as I have, psychotic episodes. Your disablement is the equivalent of someone with no arms and no legs. It's a term, quadrupedic. Now, I will bet you any money you like there's not many people at Moray Resource Centre who are currently using it, who are in a wheelchair, yes, who fit that catchment. And yet we do. And yet we have been refused admission to this facility, but it gets worse. Who made this decision? Qualified psychiatric cum medical people? Oh no. Or the people that currently use it, not wishing to be offensive, but thick as shit cunts who know nothing about psychosis. Get it? So they decided. They were asked. Well, because they would have known their positions would be threatened. That's why. And we've had a request from psychiatric disabled people there in the Moray area, rare, that they would like to access this drop-in, rare, and that the placement assessments are reassessed, rare. Most of them will be chucked out on their cunt arse. We do the statistics again, and these statistics can be looked at. What percentage, what number that facility is responsible to cater for, whatever it is, feet, whatever, thousands of people, then 1 in 100 of that number is the people who have a major psychiatric condition and who are disabled, the equivalent to quadrupedic. Probably say that, no arms and legs. And then we look at it. It's bloody obvious. Most of them we chucked out on their ass. Sorry about that, but yeah. And you could argue that's why we were refused. Because once we've got our foot in the door, so 20 of you can come in, all right, there. But then we wised up. Well, hold on. Because again, they've only got to show disrespect to us and resentment. And you can imagine the sort of exchange of, fuck you, you cunt, I'm more disabled than you. You fuck off. Got it? Oh, yeah. Because we have been fucked over for years. Oh, they might have a bit of problem. Wouldn't get the fisticuffs, but there'd be some very cutting exchanges. You can imagine it. Just someone under there, fucking retards, fuck off, or fucking whatever. And you would pick up, you fucking calling a retard, you cunt. You're just wheelchair fit shit. You can get a fucking job. Oh yeah. Many people have jobs that are just in a wheelchair. No cunt can get a job if they have a psychotic condition. That's the whole trip. We're considered unsafe. You wouldn't let someone like me fly a jet airliner or even a bus. We're not meant to work at all. There's probably a few exceptions to that. The lowest of the low sort of. Well, you can clean the shit houses, all right, if you're that desperate to do something, rare. Got a few spare jobs cleaning the shit houses, rare. I'd rather go to my nice drop-in where I can retire, do nice leisurely activities, rare, photography and all the rest of it, with my fellow buddies who are also just as disabled. Get it? And I am, on that note, I'm actually 68. Again, I know what I'm talking through. I am past retirement age. I am financially restricted. I can't get a credit card because I've never worked. Well, yeah. And that affects my life. And because I haven't got a car, you can't get on the local bus with plastic bin liners full of overspill rubbish, which is how I used to manage. I did have a car, and I do about 2 or 3 runs to the tip, because of my disablement, even though I've had a car, right, rare, not quite a Jaguar, rare, I did most of my shopping online. It's actually cheaper. But I've got a lot of cardboard, right, and that's built up. That wouldn't take much to get it broken down and banged up and whipped down to the things. So that's another hassle. Oh, bloody greenhouse is full of cardboard, fire risk and all this shit. Well, it's not. It's actually fucking insulating. It's incredible. You know. So I am desperately go around the circle. I am desperately in need of a car. Mr. Douglas Ross, yeah, I still haven't heard from your secretary. I've asked, and she just quickly send a quick email giving me the exact date of when this 20 days is up, or the other reverse, when you were notified, the date of the letter where you have been told, quote, you will be getting a response in 20 days' time. Then I can put that on my calendar, and as you can see, I can prepare and motivate and get people who want to help me, because it'll help them. Similar people who've also been approved, denied mobility allowance, and there's a lot of us, and suggest that we, have a demonstration regularly, because you can do that now. And there's certain places, you don't have to have thousands of people blocking the streets. Just a few of us with provocative placards will then get us the publicity we need. Now, the Northern Scot could ignore it or low-key it, but there are lots of newspapers in Scotland, because this will go national. This isn't just a problem within Moray, and it just takes one of us, or two, to take the lead, and it's quite a provocative thing. Oh, you're in a wheelchair, Mr. Clark. Oh, yes, that is my mobility component. I've got a blood clot in my leg, and I can have all the evidence there. I've got it. It's all printed out. Oh, yes, this was sent to the PIPS people, and they refused it. And they can see it. It's evident. They're not being biased. Oh, I see. And, oh, God, this goes back 20 years, and you've had these tests. They're all medical tests, get it? Yeah. Well, why do you think you were refused, Mr. Clark, then? Right? Oh, well, I was refused because I didn't attend the meeting itself. And I was advised by the citizens' advice, quite strongly. But as I pointed out, my leg condition can be so severe that, yes, I could have got on a bus all the way through to Inverness, but it would only take someone to just knock my leg, and I'm in excruciating pain, right? But B, however far I've got to walk from the bus station to the disability, I think I know where it is, anyway, could be quite a hassle for me. And B, I've had a professional fill in my appeal. That's what you do. You go to the citizen advice, he asks you stuff, and you respond, and then he fills the form in based on his expertise, knowing the things that the PIPS people need to know. So in a sense, there shouldn't be need for any questions. Or if there is, is another thing. They could write back to the citizens' advice, because they're well aware it's the citizens' advice that has filled in your application. because it's sent to them by them, and I am one of their registered cases, get it? Which also means any media, very simple, because I don't know, can go to the Citizens Advice with my permission, and I can release the full response that the Citizens Advice sent to them. I can also just buy a couple of ticks of boxes, any media who wants to have access to my medical records. Again, it's a fucking big list, and it goes back over 20 years. Because like I say, I've been technically disabled most of my working life. Because this goes into other areas, like I can't get a credit card. And that's obviously causing me immense anxiety and hassle. Oh yeah, if any cunt wants to kill himself, you're looking at him. Every day is a struggle. Anything that happens in my life other than my basic bills is a head fuck. Yeah. Anything. Kettle could blow up. Anything out of just my normal day-to-day living expenses, which of course are mapped out to fuck or budgeted to fuck. Oh, I know that, and I live very simply. I am detoxing. No, I don't go out drinking beer. No, I don't smoke cigarettes, get it? I live a very simple, restrained lifestyle. No, I don't go out to discotheques. Yeah. No, you get me. And no, I don't hardly go out at all. My going out entails me hobbling to the local cooperative shop. Yeah, that's it. So that's my day out. Quick talk, little chat with the shop workers there. Hello, good morning, and all this. So I'm not completely isolated, or else I would crawl up the fucking wall. But that's it. I now, at the moment, don't go to Elgin Library. Now, that used to be my routine. I go to Elgin Library. Now I'm being sarcastic. Not a lot of conversation there. Yeah. The reference section. Oh, sometimes it's very much shh, shh. And of course you can't go, okay, that's fair enough. Can't go on the phone. Someone happens to ring you up. Okay, but you've got, but that's all right. I'm not complaining about that. That is right. But that's it. And going round in a circle again, I haven't been to this drop-in that we have once a week, and I am being sarcastic, for years. Now, there was a bit of a thing with the previous head of Murray Mental Health, but I'm fairly, I'm not going to do that. It's a bit below the belt. But actually, it's now taken over by a very nice man, John Barkley. Got no problems with him. I've got no problem with Janice. Get it? There isn't a big thing. And I would love to go, but it's just a bit much. Even though I can get a bus right outside the Murray Resource Centre, right? If it's cold weather, and that's it. It's just too much. Now, I could be over here. I mean, even the negative, don't be so silly if you really wanted to go and get the bus. Yeah. But quite frankly, that's it. So I rest my case. It's 49 minutes. That can be read, but I can quickly read it again. But, okay, it's a bit foul-mouthed, but campaign demonstrators wanted wheelchair pushers for expose of PIP filth, that's filth, that are causing, it is, the statistics, and Ian has just posted this on Facebook, a big poster with pictures of people that have committed suicide. I'm not saying it's thousands, but one's too many. Yeah. One person killing themselves because they've been unjustly treated by the system that is supposed to be set up by knowledgeable people, but they're idiot cunts, and they're getting paid for the number of people they can successfully fob off, but that's street language. Yeah, get like a commission, on percentages. Oh, well done, you are cut the thing by 15%. Oh, we'll give you a nice little bonus for that. Oh, right. When everybody should be getting their disability allowances, and all the Joe Blobs cunt in the street would back that up. Oh, well, if the cunt can't work and the cunt's disabled and he's got a disability, so they can relate to that, as severe as some cunt with no arms and legs, that says it all. Oh, well, that cunt should get, a decent amount of money, and should be able to get a mobility allowance. There you go. Yeah. And the man in the street can relate to that. So if we just keep it on that level, that's enough. We go round in a circle. 1 in 100 of any population, right, is a statistic, has what I would consider a major psychiatric disability, which is manic depression, schizophrenia, any psychotic condition, should be entitled to full mobility allowance. Now, that might be pushing a bit, because I know many people who are that disabled can walk and run around like fuck. So maybe that isn't quite. But most people who get old like me, their physical body then does start to pack up. Yeah. But that's so I've backtracked a bit. No, not everybody who makes that catchment, but then they should get support. It's split into 2 parts. You've got a mobility component and a care component. Okay, I can push that. Anyone who's part of that 1 in 100 should get a maximum care component. Now, that could be anything. It could be that you get someone to clean your house twice a week. Again, that's part of the vision of BIPS. It's your choice. It could be, you might decide you want to go under a naturopathic doctor. Oh, yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, because you're well aware that all these synthetic filth drugs that you're given by an MD doctor don't work. Oh, we've got a nice circle. All these antidepressants that people get, and they know, this is not me having to tell them, they know they're filth, they don't work. The old song, the drugs don't work, well, they fucking don't work. And people are wising up. I've got a friend in here, he's done this. Under chagrin from the doctors, didn't get a lot of support, but he went for it, he saved up his money, and he registered with an ND doctor, paid for the appointment, got the diagnosis, and that's it. They can't put pressure on him like I've had put onto me. Well, you've got to take these drugs, Graham, when you get ill. Well, I've proven that I didn't get ill, and I don't take those filth drugs, and I've actually been responsible for discovering a perfectly safe herbal medicine, which is just an extract of herbs put into an oil. I want to show you that's my pride of joy. So again, I'm not someone who sits around on his cunt arse and does nothing. I've actually developed, and it's not mine because these are just natural herbs, but you can make this yourself. It's just sunflower oil. That's a perfectly natural ingredient. A material called lecithin, which is sunflower based. Holy basil, tulsi, that can be brought on Amazon. £15 for 200 grams. That's enough to make 4 litres of oil. And that's a half a litre, right? That's quite a bit of oil. And generally I use for medicinal purposes. So that's a pint. That's actually a milkshake made from this oil and milk, but put into a really high-speed whisk, right? So it's frothed up. So that's a pint. and I generally drink about 2 pints a day, but in each pint thing is 21 squirts of this, because this is a proper dispenser of oils. It's actually a dispenser of massage oils. Again, see, I've done all the work. And it air seals. See that it clicks? Yeah, you hear it click. That means that when you've done a dispensary, you can air seal it. But again, I might add this oil and the herbs in it is a natural, well, you don't want to preservative, but this will kill germs. So the chances of this getting infected are very, well, just nil, right? But I store mine under, right, 21 squirts to a pint and 7 squirts, it's just a magical number, to a coffee cup. And then you can take this medicine. Whoa, I do need a maid, but that's another thing. Oh, in a container like this. It's a pipette container. Oh, that's just to protect it from the sun, so it preserves a lot better. So you just get these coloured things with a pipette. And if you're out on the street, you know, be careful. It's a bit, because, you know, it's oil, for God's sake. Oh, there you go. Be careful. So that's it. You see how dark it is? That is actually sunflower oil, which is a golden colour. So you can see by the colour of it that the extraction is very potent and does extract all the under your tongue. I've got to... One minute. And oh, it's still there because it's oil. Now, if that's water, it would. But no, it's still there under my tongue. I can taste it and it's a nice taste. But then, you know, you can just swim it down with your coffee. But that's an instant relief. Now, this is medically science. You put anything under your tongue and you'll get an instant message to the brain. And this is scientifically proven. So that medicine, my body already knows it's about to, or is consuming it. And if you've got a headache, bit depressed, far more effective than any pills, they go through your stomach. It can take over an hour. This is instant, safe. Actually, it is like that, but that's actually my fruit. So that's a tin of apricots in juice and then put through the blender to make a smoothie. So that is actually an apricot smoothie. That's, you know, one way I can take my fruit and safely. And it is, you know, a smoothie. Another will. Very thick, actually, so I'll get a load more on it. Very frothy and thick. But that's the fruit all mixed in, you know, apricot halves, all brilliantly distributed and thing. Well, I'm going to wind up. I'll just re-look. Yeah, well, I like to do an hour. Just, let's see, any messages. Dennis Fisher, yes, the others are all from India. Acharya, Dalajit, Acharya. Now that's the title, Acharya. Yeah, these are spiritual gurus, teachers. Acharya, it's a title. Acharya Drishvishama, right? Acharya Shri, but it's the same Shri Hindu term. Prabhu, now that's a Hindu word. Oh, I'm sharing a bit of thing. Bajashe Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shigur Bhaktabinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om. Contra. Right, now that man will know exactly that. That is the introductory. Oh, see, another trip. Oh, I'm a Hindu. I've been initiated into Krishna consciousness. And you know that, and they probably do know that in the spirit. Yeah. Bhaktivedanta Mana. Prabhu, get it? And that's part of his name. Prabhu Nityananda. That's a saint. Bhaja Shri Krishna. Get it? That's one. Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita. Gadadhar. Shri Gaur Bhakta Binda. That means back to God. Now that prayer, because I taught this, in itself is complete because you're appealing to 4 different saints. Again, it could be a different word, acharya, yeah. Bhaja Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar. Yeah, 5. Shigur, well, that could be another one. Bhaktivedanta. We were taught in emergencies, you're stuck for time, you've been arrested by the police. Oh, yeah. You can chant that quietly under your breath, and you're appealing to 5 different deities. Although a lot of people will argue that the Maha Mantra, that's what it's called, Maha, great mantra, right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om. 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 Now, anyone's psychic looking at this, because you see that's a chakra, right? That's like an energy point, but energy comes out of that. That's like I'm blessing anyone who sees that. And as I'm chanting that very powerful mantra, and if they're psychic, this whole video would light up. To them, white light. I've just blessed every motherfucker that happens to tune in to this video. And as it's Sunday, have a brilliant Sunday. God bless you. Hare Krishna. Right? Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Now, what have we just said about Tulsi? Although that isn't it. They're names of God. So the Tulsi plant has a Krishna strain, yeah, and it has a Rama strain. 2 names of God. Now, some people say Krishna's the male aspect and Rama's the female, but I don't think it's quite that, but we're getting there. But there's more. For you Hindi folk, and you know this, you look up Holy Basil Tulsi on here on YouTube, and you'll see it's not only accredited with the 2 genes versions of it, of Krishna, Rama, well, that says enough in itself, but it's actually attributed to being in plant form, stress, see, a divinity. It's not actually Krishna, but I'll leave you with that. Yeah, you look it up. Holy Basil Tulsi, divine name. Or just that. You might have to read a bit. But no, it's known or attributed with being one of the major forms of divinity in the Hindu pantheon. I can just say that to you. It's not Krishna, but it's another deity. There's loads of Brahma, Shiva, get it? And then you can look that up. What? Because that's why. The Hindu pantheon's incredible. Right. You've got Ganesh, which has an elephant head. And I've worshipped at the statue of Ganesh. In this very incredible place, I've got a wee, but I've just got a wee. I'm right in the middle of doing quite an elaborate ministry. But like I say, my body's saying, be careful there. There you go. Well, there's your proof. Within minutes of drinking this, which has got sugar in it, get it? It's passed right through my body. Right. So it maybe is a lesson there for me to really go easy on fruit. We all love fruit. And even though it's been blended and all of the fruits included, that's something I've shared about. Fruit juice isn't such a good idea because it's been filtered, but just fruit, right? Now, to eat a peach with all the fibre and everything is more natural. It's common sense, isn't it? The whole product, if you follow me, is better than just drinking apricot juice. They were actually apricots. But I finished. Oh, we're good because we started Sunday. There you go. It's now Sunday. And we've ended on quite a spiritual note. That being that Tulsi, Holy Basil Tulsi, has immense healing potential for humanity. And I say that just as marijuana does, a very sacred medicinal plant that has been prostituted, another word I could use, by certain countries. For anyone who's probably moaning, don't give a fuck, I'm leaving Scotland because Scotland has still got its head up its arse regarding marijuana. It's on the few countries actually now. All this stuff about land of the brave, land of the fucking cunt idiots. How you doing, love? Yeah, land of the cunt idiots, land of the slanderers. And that's the Bank of Scotland. Yeah, cunt idiots. Well, you won't be able to take me, I'm gone. Yeah. As soon as I can get out of here, and here's another trip. Oh, he's fucking idiot. He hasn't won that lottery. He's not going to Canada. Probably so. I can get my fucking arse to Northern Ireland, though. And that is now cannabis, medicinal cannabis, is legal in Northern Ireland. And talk about ancient PowerPoints and, oh, this is just my sort of thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'd settle into Northern Ireland like cunt on shit. And there'd be many Irish people I would connect with. Because basically Scotland and Ireland, because we're both like Celtic, if you follow me, oh, there'd be no prejudice against me. Well, wear me fucking kilt. I've got a tartan. I am the Clark, the priest clan, and I've got my kilt made. There you go. Imagine it, I turn up to Ireland wearing my full kilt regalia, any cunt that meets me going to any pub, oh, I'm the Clark clan, mate. Priest clan. Oh, all right. Oh, they'll understand that. And it's a very special, it's dark. Because the priests, like I say, were a clan in themselves. And guess what? When we went into Culloden, and I was fucking there, but again, you can accuse me a bit. Oh, I was at Culloden, all right. And a priest didn't have arms. So we went in and we were like the doctors, Red Cross. Go in and minister to people if they're dying, bandage their wounds or whatever. But we were still slaughtered like fuck by the English. And we had a clear tartan, and I think we could even carry little flags and things, but oh no. Oh well, God. It ain't going to be in the title. CULLUDEN. I was fucking there kissing my assy. Right. I was allocated, but of course these things are hard to verify. Right. And you could say, well, that's just all your imagination. I'm going to share it and fuck off. Right. So I'm at CULLUDEN. And like I say, I'm the priest clan. We're not generally allowed to carry weapons. Got distinct tartan and whatever. And my sergeant or whatever, see all this shit. The man in charge of me, higher rank, because I am a priest. Get it? So I don't know where there might have been some shit there, but I don't know. You can get a priest and you can get a priest and you can get a priest. You get me? There might be a rank system in the priest, but whatever. Not into that. I'm just a fucking priest. Right? And I was instructed, Clark, I want you to go on a special mission. It's a reconnaissance mission. I want you to be armed. Okay? Oh, no, you might have to take out a few people, Clark. Or I was in charge as a group of us. Yeah, you might have to take out. Probably didn't use that language, but kill some people. Yeah. And our mission was to go right behind the enemy lines and look for undeclared guns. Because there was this sort of, not chain of command, but the correct procedures. I think there's a film made about this. And whatever. Guidelines to War. It's a brilliant film, actually, but it's similar but different. But it's a very famous film. I'll go off it. It's about a very famous battle, and they considered that the guidelines were breached. And so it's in a court, and they're deciding whether this particular battle did break these guidelines, right? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm being told it doesn't really matter, Graham. People know. Very famous film. So I said, just get on with your club and fuck off. Yeah. Oh, Right, what is it? No, it's not that late. It's only 12:30, for fuck's sake. If it's about 4 a.m, I'm just going to go where I go. You fuck off. You can do that. Your guides are not. The trip is no one has the right to tell you what to do, but they can ask. So I still have freedom. Well, Grandma, just like saying, you need to go to bed. Well, I've had a long day, but, I'm saying, fuck off. I want to do this, a few more minutes or whatever. So we're on this mission and we're told to deliberately go right around the side and go behind the enemy lines, but suss out what might be there. And we're told to be armed, and we come across this line of cannons, but they were manned by, I'd say fairly young kid soldiers, but we couldn't take them prisoner. Because, that is the other thing. Do this and just go home. Don't try and come back. So we were one of the few survivors of CULLUDEN. So I can say that. And there might be records on that. So about 15 of us, and like I say, we come across these cannons, and that's what we were pre-born by our, what the hell, person in charge. He slipped me, but that often happens to me. So we're there and we're armed. Well, long story short, we had to kill the cunts. It's like you see in the movie Commander sneak up behind them and slit the throat, right? Couldn't take them. And we couldn't leave them alone. We're also taught how to block the cannons. So we had to get rid of the bodies, right? Whatever. But, people are coming, what the fuck, they gone, whatever. The cannons were neutralised, meaning the cannonballs taken out and we stuffed something down it, and if it was fired, it would just fucking blow up. Made useless, right? I don't think it was 20 now. It doesn't really matter. Say 10, doesn't matter. And so we dispose of the bodies, whatever, and then leg it home. We're told to just carry on and job well done. So, yeah, that could be interesting to look up, or psychics. How many people are registered or known to have survived Culloden? Then you eliminate it down. How many clerks were there? Because we would be priests. I couldn't tell you my fucking name. I don't think it was Graham, obviously. Yes, it is actually a surname, but it does mean clerk. Anyway, because that's how it was and has been right from back in time. Your surname or certain surnames describe your job. John Baker as an example. Probably a bad thing, but that's generally the trip. But you can check this at Culloden, or you can go and do your not horoscope, but follow your history. So you find out your dad's name, your mother's name, and you can go as computer and you can go way back in time. And mine's got some interesting configurations. I'm a direct descendant of William Wordsworth through my mother's side as well. Her name was Marsh. And my dad's name's Jack, so that made it easy. Again, not a usual name. So I've definitely, tracked my thing back. And it does definitely go back to William Wordsworth and probably more. And like most of us, if you find it, you probably find you are linked to a royal bloodline. They were quite little rutty rabbits, if you follow me, and spread their seed, and there's a lot of illegitimate kids and whatever. Oh yeah, many of the royal family had illegitimate children. That means there's quite a strong possibility. Doesn't mean fuck all. Well, it could do, but you are linked to royal blood. Yes, well, it costs you a few quid. But my thing, I'm told to throw that in though. My place of birth and date of birth and time of birth. 21st of November, 1951, Arbroath, the place of ancient Scottish kings, where the kings are coronated, right? Arbroath, but here's the trip. 8 o'clock in the morning, and you take the 8, put it on its side, and it's a symbol for infinity. Now, such people do have a special charge. So you're not considered 8 o'clock in the morning, get it, but you have to go to certain schools of astrology where they allow for the infinity symbol. You follow me? So there is a reading for someone who was born at 8 o'clock in the morning, rare, but there's also, this is the real, esoteric astrology. There you go. Oh, this will be mentioned, I'm told this is mentioned in the Alice A. Bailey teaching. There you go. There's a book called Esoteric Astrology. And I'm being told that this particular topic's covered. And it can be 8 o'clock in the evening, I believe. But again, read the book. I couldn't tell you. But both 8s. So you've got 8 o'clock in the morning, and you've got 8 o'clock in the evening. And both can have an infinity interpretation. And I'm told that's a brilliant place to end, a bit dramatic. I've done my hour. Oh yeah, 1 hour and 20. So God bless you. Oh, that's what's going to, I'm going to write it down because that's quite a bloody mouthful, actually. That will be, this is going to YouTube, and the title, I better do it. I'll just campaign. Well, that's good because it begins with C. Oh, I can share. One of the titles I've been using to do with House Angels, funny enough, there's fucking hundreds of things done about House Angels and it's just got lost. So I've done it, and we probably know, I had to rename it. Couldn't find it. Loads of things. And Knights Templar's very popular because I called it Hell's Angels, Knight Templar, White Brother, and this whole list of things. Because I put Hell's Angels at the beginning, it just got lumped in, and so many. So I've retitled it. I picked one of the other things to be the lead one, and Hell's Angels were about third down the list, and it worked. So it tuned into the first name. I can't remember what it was now. It doesn't matter. You see it because it's still got Hell's Angels in the title, but it's a list of things like Cathars, Knights Templar, all of a similar ilk. All holy like knight monk fighters. Now the Hell's Angels might say, well, I don't know. The Hell's Angels will accept the idea of a single man. Oh, yeah. Call him a celibate or what? I don't mean they all are that. But, yeah, they're given special... hi, Tigger, I'm just about to clear off. They're given special respect. As they were in my church. You were celibate. You could do... There you go. You could do ministries that wouldn't be encouraged or taught to married men. Deliverance ministry. So you're doing the real welly stuff, which really a married man, it wouldn't be fitting, you know, doing the same thing. Someone knocking on your door at 4 o'clock in the morning because you're known. Well, that's it. It wouldn't happen, but it's just a scenario. Oh, Graham, there's a thing and possession and we need you. Rare, rare. And it generally does happen in the early hours. Wouldn't be fitting for a married man. Of course it would. So that's a pain. The same analogy to the Hell's Angels, the Knights Templar, or any holy order. But I said, oh no, the Knights Templar were celibate. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not saying Hell's Angels are, but they might have special chapters or divisions within the chapters. Again, I've never, well, have I? But they would be given special respect, and their colours, they might wear some different colour, or I could be talking a load of crap, that they haven't adopted that level. Get it? They're just married, single, or whatever, and there is a disciplinary rank, chain of command, but that's different. So you have a master of arms, you get being it's very disciplined, you know, and there are people, whether they're called sergeants or what, but they're known and they are the chain of command. So there is, yes, people that give orders, and generally it's just leave it. Get it? As an example, I'm sure there's a bit more to it than that. Yeah, right. I'm just going to do this campaign that I do. Demonstrators wanted. I think that'll be enough, won't it? Because it's a big, yeah, that's eye-catching. Campaign demonstrators wanted. Because you don't get a lot. You can put all this other stuff. Yeah, you can't put a suicide and all the rest of it, but you can put that. There's a bit where you can give to just explain what the video's about. But the title you generally want to keep fairly concise. Okay, so in there.